Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Digital Data Podcast DD. My name is Cecilia Maundu. I'm a broadcast journalist. I'm a digital security trainer. I'm a digital rights researcher. I work at the intersection of journalism, technology, and human rights with a focus on countering online abuse against women while protecting freedom of expression. And today, my guest, I will not introduce her. I'll let her introduce herself. I met her on the streets of Instagram.
That's where you met me?
Yes.
That's what you're telling people?
Yes. That's why I tell you people, like the digital platform, it's just a global village. Let's take advantage of it. And when I sent her a DM and she responded, it was like Christmas in summertime. So, my guest, welcome to Digital Data Podcast.
Thank you, Cecilia. Thank you very much for having me.
Like the honor is all mine. Thank you so much for agreeing and responding to the DM.
Yeah, of course.
People respond to your DM. Yes. So,
yes.
Tell us about yourself.
I am Kitt. I am a sleep coach and I am a content creator. And my whole ethos is empowering women. I'm an African feminist. And what that means is I'm really passionate about the African woman. I want to remind her that you don't have to apologize for the space that you occupy. You are here for a reason. Your voice is needed and you're perfect and wonderfully made.
Thank you so much. And I like the way you champion for the rights of the women, and especially now on the digital platform, where we know the digital gender divide, unfortunately, is getting wider and wider every day.
Yes.
And one of the causes of this is online violence,
right?
Cyberbullying. So, first of all, have you ever had an experience of being cyberbullied?
I've been cyberbullied for so long, like until I'm just like, it's you learn to roll with the punches and you kind of accept it as part of the job. I still feel very sad when somebody comes at me bullying me for something personal, because I'm like, what's happening in this person's life? I really care about people, and I worry that people are not living up to their full potential and their in life, because you're just bringing yourself down whenever you go up to a stranger and you tell them they are ugly or their hair is bad or their boobs are, it's just like, what are you doing? You've taken time out of your day to tell somebody something that doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. You're hurting yourself,
So now, circling back to your point, people see you online and they think they know you. And
people think they know you.
They want to give their opinions about you. What would you want to tell these online trolls who think they know you and they know everything about your life because they feel now they own you? And nowadays we've gone to the issue of online aunties, online in-laws. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you can't ever know anybody fully. Even if you go to church with someone and you meet them physically every single day and you talk to them every Sunday, you don't know them and you don't know what's happening in their lives or things that they don't choose to tell you, right? So you do know what I share. That's all you know. And social media is a highlight reel. People need to really, really keep coming back to that. There's no way that I can share my whole life. Even kind of these reality shows, they only show you a bit. They don't show you because the whole thing is boring. I'm just sitting there on the toilet, or I'm reading a book, or I'm eating crisps. It's not fun to watch. Yes. So I only share highlights, not the whole story. So obviously, it's adults. Adults know that you can't know anybody. On the owning me part, I get it. I completely understand. When you interact with somebody and they don't interact with you. So when people meet me on the street and they jump up to meet me and they want to hug me, they know me, but me, I don't know them. So I am literally a stranger on the street. I am a stranger on Instagram because I don't know you and you don't know me, right? Yes. You know of me and the stuff that I share and I choose to share with you. But
you don't know everything about you.
Yeah. And I get that you own me, that I'm your person, I'm your celebrity, as it were. And you feel like you need to share your opinions with me. Absolutely. You can share your opinions with me till the cows come home. Somebody was asking me another day, let me say it in a story. When I share my opinions on my page, I expect that people will accept that it's my opinion. But when people come and share their opinion on my page, then I don't accept it. And I'm like, I'm sharing my opinion where?
On your page.
Where are you sharing your opinion?
On your page.
I go and share on your page until the cows come home. I don't care what you say on your page. It's your page. Go and do that. But now when you come into my space and you force me to accept whatever you're telling me, then now you're actually in my space.
You're invading my
invading my privacy. You go say it on your page, and I will never come and tell you, I just will not consume that content. For people who do not like my content, why are you here?
Exactly.
Why is it like pain? Like you just like the pain?
No, I just feel sometimes online has given us the rights. We feel like we own you because we are your followers.
Yeah.
And then there's this issue of, since you are a content creator and we are consuming your content, then we have a right.
Yes.
You know, but the same way Adele said, why don't you amplify what you love? And what you don't talk about it.
I love that. I love my followers are amazing. They amplify every single time what they love, and they tell me, this is what I love, this is what I love, this is what I love. Sometimes I see people somebody has unfollowed, and I'm like, that person did not like something about me, so they unfollowed. That's fine. I mean, this is not an airport. You don't have to say, I'm leaving, and this is why I'm leaving.
Okay.
Go. It's social media. You can either come to the party. It's like throwing a party.
Yeah.
Nobody is forced to be here. I invite everybody. I've invited everybody. You can come, and if you don't like it, you leave out the door. And you don't have to go tell the host, I'm leaving. No. That's fine. You don't have to do that.
You don't have to say goodbye.
You don't have to say goodbye, because everybody is invited. It's a concert in the park.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you always talk about, I mean, we call you the baby whisperer.
Yes, I am.
So what advice do you have of parents whose kids are online? They have a lot of anxiety, because we know also kids, it is left, right, and center, especially at COVID-19 when they were forced to use the online platform because of their classes. First of all, what advice do you have for these parents who actually their kids have been cyberbullied?
Yeah.
You know, and also these kids who've been cyberbullied, and they don't talk about it.
No.
You know, we also know that some of the parents are not digitally enabled.
Yeah.
And the kids feel like,
that's so sad, man.
Yes, it's so sad. And even if I tell my mom, maybe her first reaction would be like, don't ever be online again.
Yeah.
Because they feel that's the only way they can protect their baby.
Yeah.
So what advice do you have?
I honestly don't believe in social media or phones for children under 16. I'm like, you're with me. I'm taking you where you need to be. I'll pick you up. What do you need social media for? What do you need? It's in the past, when I was growing up, we did not have social media. And your bully was this person in front of your face. You knew who your bully was. It was 2 people, maybe 1 person. It was not hundreds and thousands of people bullying you because it's fun. Oh, now today we are bullying Kitt. Let's get on it. And it's not that. And as a grown 36-year-old mother, that affects me. Now imagine a 14-year-old.
Can you imagine?
Like, I don't know why people should have phones. I don't get why children have phones. I don't understand the reason for social media for children. Why do you want your child speaking to somebody in Thailand?
For what?
What do they have to say to each other? But that's just me. I have been called, what's the word? Like old-fashioned. That's okay.
You're not going with the trends.
I'm not, and I'm not going to go with the trend. There's a danger there that we're not seeing. It's dangerous for us as adults to be on there. Now for the children, imagine how much. I have a cousin who's quite young, and she was being cyberbullied. She was being bullied in school, and then when she goes home, she's being bullied on her phone, and it's just all the time, never ending. And she was falling into depression, and she needed to change schools, and they're still bullying her because they still have her number, and blocking children and this, that, and it's exhausting.
Both emotionally, and especially we know kids have committed suicide.
Kids commit suicide. I mean, adults commit suicide.
Exactly. What about this small baby?
What about this baby?
So your advice would be, parents, if the kid is under 16...
Honestly, I don't see the need for a phone.
Okay, now that you've been cyberbullied, first of all, would you want to talk about how it made you feel as an individual? Because there's something we say,
Yeah.
okay, develop a thick skin. But when you're at the height of that violence,
Yeah.
it's only you, the victim, who knows what you're going
Yes.
through. I remember one time I came here and Adele was giving an experience of when she was being cyberbullied. She said there's a day she cried like the whole day, and don't forget, these are
Wow.
people you don't know. They're not your
Yeah.
relatives or your people you are emotionally connected.
Absolutely.
So how did it make you feel mentally as an individual?
Yeah, I was very anxious. And the thing about me is I don't consume social media the way other people consume social media. I only follow people I personally know, and the few that I don't personally know, I have really consumed their content first before I follow them. So I don't just go onto the internet looking for social media. So people were cyberbullying me without my knowledge.
Oh,
I did not consume that content of, Kitt is this, Kitt is that, Kitt is that, because I'm not on those platforms and I don't go looking for it. So the only bullying that I experienced was on my page personally. And out of 50,000 people, there were about 10. But every time they said something, I would report the comment and delete the comment and block the person. So it wasn't even it wasn't that much the way other people experienced. Other people experienced it in a huge way,
brutal way.
In a brutal way. But I didn't experience that, and I thank God for that, because I don't go looking for it. That said, the people who were bullying me were people who don't follow me. So you don't know me, you don't know my content, you have no idea who I am. But all of a sudden, you have something negative to say about my outfit, and you're here now telling me how I'm stupid. Just personal things that, where are we from? Where are we going? I experienced a lot of anxiety, and a lot of people are sad. And that makes me sad, because when I feel like people are sad, then I'm like, I'm bringing up my children in a sad world. That's what makes me anxious.
Because I feel if you are happy, there's no way you would start just targeting someone, and happy is relative. We live in a society, we go through so many challenges. So there are moments you'll be happy, there are moments you'll be sad. So I feel like maybe it's a sorry excuse of releasing your pain
Maybe
on someone that you don't know.
Yes.
Now that you've talked about how you consume your social media, would you advise people to do that? Because sometimes you find like if you're an influencer, you're forced to be all over the place.
Yeah, I can't. I can't do that. I have a personal assistant who consumes social media on my behalf. Before I had the personal assistant, I just wouldn't know when stuff was happening.
Yes.
Somebody would come back later and be like, oh, did you hear about such and such? And I'm like, huh? What? Can you tell me the story? Because I don't. I prefer real people. So I work on social media and it's my office, but I don't enjoy. I don't enjoy social media in that aspect. In that aspect. So I have a PA who comes and tells me, oh, such and such has launched this. Would you like to congratulate her? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Put out a post, or you should do a post on this, or you should talk about this. I have somebody to do that for me. I don't know whether people enjoy social media. And if they do, then they should continue consuming it the way they do. But if they don't, they should cut back, like me. Even if you work on social media, you don't have to consume it. You don't have to know everything. Or everywhere. Be a part of all groups and all social media.
Like stretching yourself very thin. In the name of business. Okay, you spoke about another point that I really wanted to ask. Like when you're cyberbullying, have you ever taken an initiative to even report an incident? Because we know we have the cyber harassment law in Kenya.
On physically.
Yes, physically, like now go the legal way. Has it ever occurred to you to do that?
No, it hasn't. I guess it's just first of all, I didn't know There was a place like that.
There's a cyber harassment law. However,
now,
the law is very vague.
Yeah, and now that I know, I don't have a lot of faith in my system, in my judicial system.
What are you trying to say? Anyway, I know there are many of you who are like that.
I think people have more difficult problems than your boobs are sagging. I think people have more difficult problems, and people are dealing with a lot more cyberbullying than me. And I don't have to. It wasn't big enough. It's not big enough.
Okay, so you blocked the troll.
Yeah.
So what would be
I reported the comment. I reported the account. I blocked the troll.
Okay, tell me about the reporting. Did they ever get back to you?
They did. They got back to me, and they said it was something very lackluster. Instagram as well is quite lazy. And it was something to do with we didn't find issue, this, that, and the other. So I was just like, well, I already blocked the person and deleted the comment. The reason that I delete the comment is not for me. I want my space to be a safe space. So when you come onto my videos and you're watching my videos and you're reading the comments, because people read comments, I don't want you to feel that hate.
Okay.
You don't need to be a part of that. You don't need to deal with that. This has got nothing to do with you, Cecilia. You're a new person or you're an old person. I will protect you from that. That's why I delete the comments. It's not because, I don't agree or I don't think people should have their own opinions. People who come to my page and they have their opinions and they have voiced them very respectfully, they're on there. Not everybody agrees with me. I leave them there. But when you're coming at your shoes are this, that, I'm like, this has got nothing to do with anything. It's not adding value in any way, shape or form. Out.
So what would be your opinion on this for these social media platforms? Because they're the greatest enablers of online violence. Not enabler, but it's a fertile ground. It's a like of here's the space to be mean to people.
Yeah.
What would be your opinion? Like what is their role when it comes to cyberbullying and online violence?
I don't know what their role is because even when you do report, nothing happens.
I know, and now that you mentioned 3 weeks ago, because of this issue of campaign and all that, there's so many pages on Facebook on hate and all that. I kept reporting a certain page, and when they responded, they're like, "Oh, we know it could have." They're trying to say maybe it could be mean, but however, it doesn't violate our program.
Yeah.
So what does?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what violates. I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know what their role is because they're not. I think their role was just to provide a space. Like, here's a room to have your party, and then they leave. No security guard, no, nothing. They just leave the room, and then they leave you there to deal.
Okay, now when let's go on individual basis.
Yes.
For somebody who has been trolled, what would be your advice for them? Especially people who have a big platform like yours.
Yeah.
What would be your advice for them? Because why I'm asking this question is we've seen people actually leave the online platform. Like, this is not for me.
Yeah,
I
this is
cannot
too much.
stand. And remember, we are here talking about the digital gender divide.
Yeah.
Every day it's widening.
Yeah.
We need more minority groups online because there's so much to reap on when it comes to digital dividends. I mean, we've seen how people are making money on YouTube.
Yeah.
We've seen how people are making money on Instagram.
Yeah.
So what would be advice on this person who has been trolled and they feel like, you know what, I'm done.
Yeah.
This is it.
I'm a big believer in you come first, eh? Go, just leave. Honestly, leave and come back if you have done therapy, if you have debriefed, if you want to come back. Not everybody needs to come back. I understand that minorities we're just not there. We're not represented and we need to stay the course. But honestly, the world is created to police us. So, Kwanzaa Black, young women, we're just at the bottom. And if you happen to be or you're like LGBTQI and you're Black and you're young and you're a woman, period.
So you just know you're going to be a victim.
Yeah, the world is set up and the system is set up to police you and to tell you your tone. My tone, personal tone is policed every single day. And I'm like, there's always one. There's always somebody to come and tell me you could have said that in a different way. I'm like, and I was not rude.
But because of the tone
But
of your
because
voice.
I'm too female, my tone has to be always policed. Yeah. So I would just say, leave for now. Come back when you are stronger, ready. If you do ever come back, but you are number one, take care of you first, because social media is an aspect of life. It's not real life, and you can create change anywhere you are. You don't have to be on Instagram or Twitter to champion change.
Now that brings me to my next point,
Yeah.
self-care. What advice do you have for people? We know social media can be addictive.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
have you ever been online for 3 hours? And
Yeah.
then you are like, what? And that time is not like there is no work that is not pending
Yeah.
for you. So, and we also talk about digital detox. For people like you who have used the online platform to enhance different issues,
Yeah.
what form of self-care, first of all, as an individual, do you consume? And second of all, what would be advice for the rest of the people like you?
Yeah, therapy.
Wow, coming from a country where therapy is like
Girl, like, see someone, and there's therapists of all prices. You can go free, you can go 3K, 5,000, 17,000 to 20,000, whatever it is, whatever your pocket allows. See someone and debrief. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, someone knows how to help you. Find that person and debrief. Otherwise, you will be curled up in a corner in your house, crying because somebody was sharing with you their story. You're not even being bullied. It's somebody sharing with you their story, because people share with me all manner of stories. And if the day that I'm not available to be available for people, I don't even read the story. I say, it starts off, hey, Kitt, I have a problem. And I just go to the bottom. I am so sorry, Cecilia. I'm not able to support today. Respectfully. I have to think of myself, because I'm a real person. Where I sit here, I'm not Kitt Kiarie, the brand. I am Kitt. Me, I'm a person. And I have feelings, and I have pain, and I have worries and anxieties and things I'm dealing with, just like you. So if I don't have to 100% be available to everybody at all times. I am not in public office. I am not the president.
Yes. So you know where to draw the line.
I have to draw the line.
But you see now, that is you as an individual. There are people who don't know.
They don't know how to draw the line.
Yes.
They don't know. Turn off your phone. Put your phone away. I have a cousin who used to delete the app. She was like, this is too much. She deletes the app. One day she comes back, she's back online. But she would just be like, this is too much. She can't take it. She has to delete the app. Do whatever it takes.
Okay. I think there's also another question I want to ask.
Yeah.
Something that is really close and dear to me.
Yes.
I always feel like of the digital space is like a notion of opportunities,
Yeah.
but there are so many limitations. You've taken advantage of that. What advice do you have, especially for these young girls who are coming up and they're looking at this as an opportunity? Not everyone wants to be employed in an office 8 to 5.
Right.
And we know the digital space has provided that. What advice do you have? Because sometimes they go in with so much enthusiasm, which is good.
Yes.
And with so much hope. But then they meet something that just gives them a 360 degrees turn.
Yeah.
What advice do you have, especially in terms of challenges and how to deal with them?
Absolutely. So digital media and like social media is a tool. Period. Like, what are you into? What do you do? What do you like? What is your passion? Why are you here? And then what are the tools you can use? Now, if you're using social media as the end all, that's the goal, then that's when, if anything that comes up, you're going to quit. You're going to be crushed. You're going to be broken. But if you have an agenda and you're using social media as a tool, this is the current tool I'm using. Let me give you me for an example. I'm empowering women, yes? I empower women through social media. My content, I create content on Instagram. I create content on YouTube. I empower women through sleep training. Sleeping, how are you going to operate? Motherhood doesn't have to be hard work. You can work smart.
Okay.
Like dads.
Yeah, dads work smart full time.
I teach you how to do that. I'm empowering you. I declutter people's homes. I'm empowering you because clutter creates clutter in your mind. So you can't even think. You're not comfortable. You can't even create. You can't, rest because you're cluttered. I'm still empowering women. All these things are tools that I'm using. They're not the thing I'm doing. If those things were taken away, would I still be empowering women?
I think you would be in your own way.
It's a resounding yes, because I was empowering women before these things.
So yes.
Before all of these things. And I will still continue to do that. So whatever your goal is, whatever your passion is, why are you here on planet Earth? Why do you think you are put here? To do what? Do that and use these tools. They're not everything. They're just your djembe for today. You can actually create a career, and you can create longevity, tenacity, all of that.
So what I'm hearing you say is go in it, but don't make it like it's your whole life depends on it. Let there be something else that drives you. Because Gen Z, I'm not a Gen Z.
Yeah.
They believe that, I'm going with it in passion. And then immediately they hit the first roadblock, which could be online bullying.
Period.
Or cyber.
They're done.
It's like, that's not for me.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's like, I think you're trying to say, look at the goal.
What's your why rather than what? Because social media is a what.
Yes.
And it's a how. What's your why? Why are you doing it? To get famous. Then you can use any means
to become famous.
Even if your why is to get famous, that's it. I want to be popular. You can use any means. It doesn't have to be social media. It can be anything.
Okay, so I want you to look at that camera and speak to online trolls. Tell them your mind.
I want to tell you that hate takes a toll on you. And I think about, like, if I'm driving in traffic and I have a fit of road rage, I feel bad after I've told that person, my heart is beating, my brain is da-da-da. I'm breathing heavy. I feel bad about that. When you are hating on somebody and you're just spewing hate, it takes a toll on you. It lowers your self-esteem. It makes you feel bad because you think that you're living in a hateful world because you're creating the hate. Now that's not healthy. That's sad. And you can get out of it by just stopping. If you stop, then you yourself will get happier. You'll become happier and you will attract happiness and love into your life. Because right now, you may only be attracting fights because you're always fighting. And you're always hating, but then you can't stop. And it's not too late. I don't even think people are actual trolls. They're just, for that moment, they decided to say something hateful. But you might not be a hateful person, so maybe you're even going away from who you truly are.
Yes.
Give up. Give that up. It's not sustainable. And then you're hurting yourself more than you're hurting others.
Thank you so much. Anything that you need to add?
No.
You feel that has been left out? Okay. For the mothers who are listening to Digital Dada podcast,
yes,
give them one advice on being a baby whisperer.
On sleep training. Routine. That's point 1 to 3. Routine. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kitt. Thank you so much for coming to Digital Dada. So there you have it, people. Another episode of Digital Dada. Today, as I said, we met on the streets of Instagram.
Yes.
So you never know how powerful the digital platform is. Please take advantage. And always, I think you said something so important.
Yeah.
You always get back what you give. When you give back positivity, you receive positivity. So while we are online, these are real people behind those accounts. Give positivity. Give love. And if you are not in the mood of giving love, because there's days we wake up
get off
the online platform, as in that day don't say anything, just keep quiet. So thank you so much for joining us and see you for the next episode.